doing a quadruple. I'm Jonathan McComb. I'm doing a quadruple set instead. I'm doing Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. This sequel got Terra Mechagodzilla and a 5 or 6 year rest after Terra Mechagodzilla. Godzilla 1985, and the sequel after that, Godzilla vs. Biollante. Yeah, Biollante. I said that. Now, we start off on this. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. This is the first time they actually brought Godzilla's mechanical version into a film. So, oh boy, I didn't think I would have to do this. So, here's the plot. A bunch of alien mutant apes, or monkeys, whatever you call them, they plan to take over the world like any other stupid pair of dumb villains in film, but the plot is they're in disguise and they put Mechagodzilla into a Godzilla skins. They actually replaced the metal on Mechagodzilla to make it look like it's regular Godzilla attacking and smashing through Tokyo, Japan. So, when the fake Godzilla gets to a power plant, he noticed that there might be something weird here, like, why hasn't there been someone to stop me yet? And then when the real Godzilla hears that signal, he busts out of a warehouse and says, "Hey, Mechagodzilla, you better get out of my skin right now, or I tear that skin off your butt." Mechagodzilla doesn't lay up. He actually refuses Godzilla's demands and doesn't leave. So, basically, Godzilla nukes some fake skin off Mechagodzilla, and so when Godzilla saw some metal, he went like this. Then just blew more atomic breath, and Godzilla's thinking, oh my god, this better not be Godzilla Terminator. No, really, that's what Godzilla thinks. He thinks it's a Godzilla Terminator machine. He's half right, it's called Mecha Godzilla. The aliens actually built a machine that looks and acts better than Godzilla. The thing may be menacing on the face. Yeah, I even got a figure. Like this. He may look mean, but the doll metal, And I have to agree with Goji Fan 1993. The doll metal is really bad. Or was it James Rolfe? I really don't know. Yeah, it was James Rolfe. Sorry, Goji Fan 1993. I bet you really like this movie. But, really, the dull metal? Some people actually judge the metal of each Mechagodzilla. Like from 1974 to 1992 to the Kiru to the Millennium Mechagodzilla. But really, we got a long ways to go before we get to Kiru. So basically, Godzilla actually goes after his embarrassing first round defeat. He goes and gets supercharged with electricity. Yeah, electricity. Like how King Kong used against him. And in that movie, Godzilla was afraid of electricity. But now he just adores it. What the heck, man? Is that another trait that Godzilla was supposed to be King Kong in a movie? Like this was supposed to be King Kong versus Mechagodzilla? So, basically, there's a lady singing a prayer to wake up King Caesar. Yeah, King Caesar. I don't have a figure of him, but when I do, huh? This is King Caesar. They actually call upon him to help Godzilla. And trust me, she doesn't shut up on the singing, even though I sing while she sings it. Yeah, I hate to admit it, but I like singing that song. So, basically, King Caesar and Godzilla team up, tear Mechagodzilla apart, and now we're moving on to the sequel, Terror of Mechagodzilla. Yeah, they use stock footage. They use again stock footage from Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. And oh boy, basically it's the same thing, but this time Mechagodzilla has help, and Godzilla is all alone. The roles are switched. Alright, here's where Godzilla and King Caesar are. Here's Mechagodzilla. The roles switched, but this time Mechagodzilla is aided by a monster called Titanosaurus. And another batch of aliens rebuild Mechagodzilla, and aliens are in a different kind of jumpsuit this time. And guess what? Their major plan is yet again take over the stinking world. Basically, Godzilla still whips both their butts with the help of the humans. Whoopee-doo! Now we're passing 6 years, and we're moving into Godzilla 1985. Yeah, we're moving into the Heisei series now. This is considered supposed to be the Heisei version. The start of the Heisei version. So basically, it's Godzilla alone again, like from Terror Mechagodzilla, but there's nobody to fight Godzilla. He's all alone, walking through Japan like usual. So there's this funny scene where Godzilla actually follows birds. I'm thinking that Godzilla might have a little bit of bird brain inside his humongous lizard brain. Right here, or right here. Right near his butt. But, let's see. The humans use this advantage to call Godzilla all the way to Mount Mahara on Oshima Island. And they trap him in Mount Mahara for the next 4 years. Then we come to the sequel, Godzilla vs. Biollante. So, before this movie was actually made, Toho actually had a drawing competition to see who Godzilla's next opponent should be. And some doctor from somewhere, I don't know. Look at James Rolfe's view of this movie and you'll know. But, a dentist or a doctor, he actually registers his drawing, and Toho approves of his version of Godzilla's next opponent. It's called Biollante, naming in the title. This creature was spawned from Rose cells combining with Godzilla's cells from a doctor called Dr. Shiragami. His daughter was died, but I think her spirit went inside some rose, and then the rose plants died, and he said, I must do something, or else Erica will die. Yes, I stole a line from the doctor from the movie. I had to. So, you can guess what he decides to do. He decides to combine Godzilla cells with Rose cells. Yeah, combine them. And guess what that stirs up? Trouble for Tokyo, because once Biollante knows that Godzilla is unleashed, something inside her goes snap. She loses it. She actually calls Godzilla. Miki Sagusa from the movie, she says, Godzilla. And then some lady says, what? Godzilla's coming. Biollante was calling out to Godzilla. Yes, I stole more lines from the movie. But it's a perfect demonstration of what Godzilla's after. But for Godzilla to get the Biollante, he has to go through the military's newest weapon from the last movie. Since he destroyed the Super X in the last movie, they have rebuilt it but look a little more different. But add a fire mirror, and they call the machine Super X2. Yeah, Super X2. But the downside to that fire mirror is that it wasn't able to contain so much of Godzilla's nuclear breath that once his final attack on it was hit, as soon as this general says, fire mirror set in. And then some pilot said, fire mirror's not working properly, sir. We have no choice. We gotta pin him down. They actually decide to use the fire mirror, and then right before it gets done loading up, Godzilla just takes it out. Like this. Just look at the video on... If you own the video, skip to that scene. Trust me, you will not be... But go through scene selection. Don't play the movie and then just skip through the movie. Because that's how DVDs get easily messed up. Trust me, folks. I've done that to a lot of my movies, and like my next, not my triple set next, but the next one after that, that's what happened. I kept skipping through the chapters so much that it actually froze completely. But I'm getting off track here. So basically, Godzilla goes and hunts Biollante, kicks her first form's butt, then he says, oh, no, I know she's coming back. She's just going into space to regenerate. And sure enough, he was right on the dot. And guess what? She comes back down looking like this on the disc. Yeah, and the weirdest part of the movie is, as soon as she has no more tentacle vines to use on Godzilla, she actually uses the only thing nearly related to Godzilla's atomic breath. Her acid spit attack. Acid sap spray. She sprays down Godzilla's eyes. He can't see where he's going. He walks right in her mouth, and she starts chewing on his head like a piece of bubble gum. Because Godzilla is trying his best to get his head out, but while he's trying to do his atomic breath at the same time, it's just dang near impossible. So he closed his mouth, got out, then used his heat breath while her mouth was wide open. She couldn't have just kept her mouth shut to prevent that from happening. It would make the fight scene a little more longer. I really would have liked to see what else Biollante could have done. Well, if she had left some of her vines intact, she could have used them to wrap around Godzilla's arms and just throw them in the air and just eat them like this. She couldn't have done that. And people, if you can do that kind of animation for me, I would greatly appreciate to see if Godzilla would actually die by Biolance's tentacles while he was flung in the air, and see Biolance eat Godzilla whole, like a snake devouring a mosquito. No, not a mosquito. Like a mouse. Let's say the mouse is Godzilla and the snake is Biolance. The snake throws the mouse up in the air and just swallows it whole like a python. Now, if you guys can show me a video of Godzilla getting flung in the air and swallowed by Biolance whole, I would greatly appreciate it. If you can make it happen, like if you can make that own video of yours to do it, let me know in the comments below. But anyway, Godzilla kicked Biolance's ass, and they used the same song from when they were, while Godzilla and the Super X2 were fighting the first time. Yeah, basically that's the end of the 4-part set. Let me know how you like this video. Bye.